After this, we're doing.
I'm gonna say what's up, MTR fans, because I always say what's up.
What's up?
I'm gonna say what's up, MTR fans, because I always say what's up. Like,
Okay,
what's
cool.
up, everybody, it's MTR. What's up, MTR fans? Please join us on Thursday, March 7th from 5 to 7 p.m. at One Republic for the Stash for Sandy fundraiser. MTR will be broadcasting live as Mike Kersey, the father of our own Joey Bump Boots, will shave his famous mustache for the first time in over 4 decades, all to raise money for the Sandy NJ Relief Fund. Admission is free, and there will be great drink specials, door prizes, 50/50s, and a chance to win some great raffle items. Once again, Thursday, March 7th from 5 to 7 at One Republic, 221 Washington Street in Hoboken, New Jersey. Check out mtrmedia.com/stash for Sandy, and it's all brought to you by V's Barbershop, One Republic, and MTR Radio, America's radio station.
And we're back here on MTR. Fuck off, mtrradio.com. You can listen in at tinyurl.com/mtrradio. mtrradio.com.
And the app.
And check out our YouTube page and our Facebook page and our Instagram.
If you guys want to help us out,
Give us
a
a
phone
help.
call at the on the cellular devices, which would be 609-9100-687.
Yeah, join in on these interesting topics. I know some of you can relate to some of these things we're going to get into.
I don't know if that's true.
Well, it could be true, it could not be true.
Selfie master over here. I will selfie to the day I die.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see? Selfie?
Selfie.
You never selfied?
Nah, I don't selfie.
Oh,
I'm not the selfie kind of
You're
guy.
new to the Instagram world?
No, like, I know Instagram. I'm just like saying, like, I don't selfie. It's just not my thing. Listen, if you're gonna selfie, do the thing that works. Duck face, scissor hands.
No, man. You selfie with a nice smile because I'm good looking.
Right.
That's what I do.
Okay. Well, I don't sit there and selfie. I don't know what I'm gonna take pictures of. We'll see. I probably should have taken a picture today of this, but we were kind of in a hurry.
Are we?
We were when we were trying to get in here.
But I just want to say real quick little shouts to the homie
Here comes the shouts.
Julio listening in. I appreciate it, my brother. Julio, Clifton, NJ representing. And I just want to say a little bit of a little throwback Wednesday action. I'll say get smart, MF. But what's good? Dana, thank you for listening. I'm sure my buddy Rob, Kyle, Pat, everybody who's listening. Hello, everyone. Lovely Wednesday we have here if you're a duck. Especially if you like wet weather. If you're Michael Phelps, you're enjoying it. I had a dream about Michael Phelps last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's serious.
I was in a swimming pool with a buddy of mine.
Of course.
I don't
Michael
even
Phelps.
swim.
You don't even swim. I was there.
And he just flipping in a pool. He just flipping around in a pool.
Yeah.
And
Being Michael Phelps.
I go to him, I'm like, I go to my friend, I'm like, that's Michael Phelps. And he goes, yeah, no, I have him here all the time. I'm like, oh, he just flips in your pool? It's like,
oh, yeah, Michael Phelps. He comes over here all the time.
My subconscious is telling me that I really enjoy Michael Phelps, apparently. And I'm just like looking at it and I'm like, this makes no sense to me.
You wish it were the Olympics right now.
No, I don't. No. The
Summer
only thing I
games.
don't want.
The Summer Games. Why don't you want the
the
Summer
Olympics to happen.
Really?
Yeah.
Why are you so against the Olympics?
I'm not necessarily, but I am though.
You are.
Hipster.
Hipster.
Liberal. But I don't like
You're a terrible person.
I don't like organized activity.
Oh, okay.
It
So
shows that I'm a conformist.
right. So you're here on a hockey talk show, and it's fine. But you were totally for us having a Devil's talk show before it turned into like everything else.
Hey, for anybody who doesn't know the backstory of this story, of how the show got its name and how the show came to fruition, I was sitting in my career advisor's office. Hello, Marlo, if you're listening. And she asked me if I was willing to do a podcast, and I said sure.
Josh happened to be in the
Josh
lobby.
walks by.
I wasn't even walking by. I was sitting eating my sandwich.
She's like, "Do you want to do a radio show?" And Josh was like, "Yeah, we'll call it Puck Off and it'll be Devil's Hockey," and ran away.
I don't think
that's exactly what happened.
I didn't say we'll call it Puck Off. I said we'll just have a Devil's Hockey show. And they're like, we need to think of a name. And Marlo was like, you just call it Puck Off. I was like, wow, that's completely inappropriate.
I think you did.
Well, either way.
We're not playing the blame game, Marlo. We love you as a human being and a person.
I like to give Marlo the credit for naming our show.
I feel it's right.
I
I like to give Marlo the credit of who I am as a human being today.
Indeed.
Also,
We miss Marla.
yeah.
She's not listening in either, which is sad.
And
She doesn't love us
And this
enough.
doesn't say that we don't love you, Erica, because we do. We 100% love you as a career advisor.
We love your commitment to
as a
us
person.
and fuck off.
And what you've brought to the show and what you brought to us as people. Thank you as well. But yeah, we got some stuff I guess you want to throw into. I'm going to get into something that I find ridiculous.
Yes.
Alabama's football team is unreal.
Okay.
I get it. And it's probably because they're very good at recruiting.
Probably.
And I get it. And they've won 3 of the last 4 national championships.
Yeah.
And there is something that really grinds my gears that happened over the weekend.
Oh boy. Let's hear it, dude.
Alabama's football team and Nick Saban, who I A think is a horrible person and B is a wonderful coach at the same time.
Okay. Horrible person, wonderful coach.
Usually exactly how it works out.
Oh yeah, well. Hey, you can't be a nice person to be a coach in football.
They offered an 8th grader a football scholarship because they think he can be one of the best football players in the 2017 class.
Okay, so basically
Yes.
they're not saying come in, you're right now and play football with us. They're saying when you get done out of your
You're looking at 8th grade football players? What is wrong with you?
Imagine though, like he's gonna get done with his 4 years of high school.
Imagine all this goes to his head and he becomes a meth addict.
Imagine it doesn't go to his head, and in 4 years he's
Imagine
like the
there's no such
greatest.
thing as feel-good stories. Imagine what's happening.
Imagine at the end of 4 years he like comes back to play football for Alabama and he's just ridiculous.
Or
He's like the next greatest player ever. I don't know.
Or he's running back. He's 6'1" in 8th grade.
Okay.
I don't
That might be the reason they're recruiting him. He could play now.
He's probably because he's on steroids, or he's because he's only born to play football. They're
That's
probably
it.
breeding this kid. The kid probably can't
He's
read.
like Spike from the Little Giants.
Yeah.
This kid was built for football glory, as his dad said.
I'm built for football glory. All 140 pounds of it.
What did you play when you played?
Running back and defensive back.
Did you get killed? No. Oh, okay, cool.
Because I'm an angry little blanker.
Oh, okay. So you got out there and you just ran it up the middle as hard as you
For
could.
the most part. Not really.
No.
Yeah.
Whatever. If you were fast, I
I was,
understand.
but more of a special teams player.
Ah, kicker.
No.
Okay.
Kick off, kick return, all stuff like that. But
That's good.
But it's all fair share of playing.
You played 4 years?
Played 4 years. Baseball is my sport.
I know.
Yeah.
You've heard.
You've heard.
You wear a good Detroit Lions hat. Right?
Detroit Tigers hat,
That's what I meant.
but my team's the Cincinnati Reds. I wear the D because I'm a Michigan native,
And your name is David.
and my name's David. I'm not a Michigan native. I'm a Michigan supporter of everything.
Right.
Because I have a family
You're
in
a settle.
Michigan.
You're a settle.
Whatever.
Whatever.
My family's in Michigan.
So many people are just stopped.
Go blue!
So many people just stopped listening right now.
I
This
don't
whole
care.
conversation that just happened.
I don't even care. But
Everybody's like, these
But
guys,
Can
that's
you
what they're
imagine?
talking about.
Can you imagine you had an 8th grader? Like your senior 8th grader can barely read a newspaper right now.
You can read a newspaper just fine. You're looking down at the 8th grader like he's a 5th grader.
It's because he's an Alabama fifth. He pretty much has an Alabama education, which is equivalent to like me being born.
That's awful. That's stereotyping.
The South will rise again. Sure will.
The reason God made shotguns was to help fight off. I'm not getting into
Yeah,
that.
don't even start. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I enjoy as a human being. One of them is not having Alabama offer an 8th grader a scholarship. Because if my son was in 8th grade and he got offered a scholarship,
Wouldn't you be proud of him
I'd
beyond
be
belief?
100% proud beyond belief. However, I'm not going to trust that coach ever. If you're recruiting 8th graders, you're a terrible person. You're a terrible person.
It's not the coach recruiting him. It's probably the recruiter is recruiting him.
You know what a college football coach does? You really want to get into this?
Not really.
Okay.
But tell me.
College football coach recruits. Like, let's put it this way. Ohio State's coach, Urban Meyer, had to sign a contract with his own family saying that he'll spend time with them and less with his football program. I swear to God, I wish I was making that up.
It's fantastic.
You wonder why I don't like Ohio State. Go blue! Whatever. But, yeah.
Did Tosh say that at one point? Go blue!
No.
I don't know what.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide!
That's my segment for Alabama and how I hate the South. Mason Dixon line, I'm above it. Because I'm a person who has ideas.
Okay, let me get into something about the South now. I remember one time My dad, he doesn't, you know, my dad doesn't know difference. But we were in a bar, like a sports bar, and we were watching hockey, and the
Right.
Rangers were playing against the Penguins, and we were hoping they would lose.
So
And then somebody just turned and went to you. He goes, "You're a Yankee," and my dad goes, "Yeah, we are, and we're proud of it." And
Right.
he goes, and the guy was like shaking his head, and he goes, "Yeah," and he goes, "Hey, and remember who won that war?"
Like, yeah,
And now I was like, and now it's like, oh, my dad's gotten into a whole world of trouble. And my dad was just joking. He wasn't serious about it. My dad doesn't, know better.
but people in the South.
Right, they take that seriously. They still think that they won. Anyway, my dad, he's like, yeah, we won that war. And he goes, hey, there's still people thinking that, it may have been a different outcome. And he goes, yeah. And the guy goes, yeah, well, there's one good thing about New Jersey. And my dad goes, yeah, what's that? He goes, I-95 South.
What?
The guy said I-95 South, like saying
Right.
the road that takes you to Florida.
Okay. So,
Yeah, but it was an interesting conversation. I remember that. It was just,
yeah,
they're serious about that.
Yeah, I know.
They get into it.
People in the South are psychopaths, so if I have any Southern listeners, I'm sorry. I'm going crazy.
Yeah. We just insulted 5 fans. And now gone. So nobody's listening. I have a feeling like the only people listening today are like my dad and like a handful of your friends.
I'm just gonna let you know I'm not even listening.
Shout out to Dennis if you are listening. Once again.
What's up, Vince? Anyone who needs a prom dress,
Who you're Ollie?
no, I said anyone who needs.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend. She's trying to find a prom dress. So I can go to her prom.
Just reading the Twitter sphere.
Yeah. Trying to find topics.
No, I'm just bored and I don't want to talk to you.
Right, you're just bored. I don't want to be here right now. I'm gonna walk out and leave, and Josh, take it over.
What's a good way to spice up your morning, Josh?
Yeah, like a cup of coffee.
Nice.
One thing. You know what? I think the best way to get out of bed when you don't want to get out of bed is
Okay.
just do it. As soon as you say like, oh, I don't want to get out, and you just want to, instead of rolling over, just get up. Once you're on the floor, walking towards the bathroom for the first time in the morning, you should be good.
Yeah.
Now, the reason I brought this topic up was because I'm, prepping for the show. I was freaking out a little bit, and my girlfriend sends me a picture of her wearing a sombrero, just like the biggest sombrero ever could be found. Like, I guess she's probably in school right now, and there's a sombrero sitting around. And she got herself with this biggest sombrero on she could ever. And she said like, hola, with a lot of jibber jabber in Spanish. And then I said, wow, oh my goodness, because it kind of took me off guard.
Right.
She said, hola, ay, 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 arriba.
This is getting progressively racist.
So I said, oh my goodness, and she said, haha, I'm precious. And she said, this was something to spice up your morning. Well, my morning was spiced up because you were wearing that gigantic sombrero.
Got 'em.
Got him.
Somebody walked directly into the doghouse, though. And you.
Yeah.
You drove into a village where she is the mayor.
And I drove my Ferrari into the village of I'm in trouble.
Oh, dude, you definitely drove 100%.
No, she doesn't listen.
Because you're ugly.
Yeah, apparently. I'm not. You're ugly.
I am ugly. I know. I had this conversation with my boss the other day.
Yeah. And how awful you look. And
Actually,
how,
it literally was going like that.
How is that like what you wear to work, or do you have a uniform?
No, we have a uniform.
Okay, because I was about to say, everybody would like not want to. You'd go up to like, hey, can I help you out with something? And like, go away.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your beard is awful, and
Thanks, man.
you have a terrible outfit on.
My self-esteem has been incredibly low. However, it's now a little lower.
Yeah.
And it makes me feel good, I guess. We had the conversation at work, and I was talking to my boss, my manager, and she was saying that pretty much that I have the attitude and the looks of someone who shouldn't be anywhere near anybody, which kind of made me sad. But as far as my appearance goes, hopefully people appreciate me for who I am rather than what I have to listen. So thank you for the making me feel awful about me, Josh.
It's not a problem.
I'm sure it wasn't. But
Anytime. Hey, you give me crap all the time.
do I?
Yeah, you do. My girlfriend keeps telling me you gotta start firing back into.
I do. I was actually thinking that. Like, I need to stop. That's how I am. But I'm
just gonna walk out one day and just like take it over from here. And it'll be like 5 minutes into the show, and you're like, what do I do? It'll be like one of those days like we have borderline topics to talk about.
like today.
You'd be in trouble.
Last 15 minutes.
It would be,
or so.
you know what, it would be bad if you texted me today. Be like, listen, my car can't get started, I can't get there, here's today's topics,
You'd
take
be
it over.
dead.
I would have been in trouble.
Dude.
I would have been like, Erica, get in here.
Yeah, dude, like
The
realistically.
show would have been saved if Erica had come in here.
Yeah, last 15 minutes, you guys want to give us a phone call or anything? You guys Yeah. As far as me looking like Schmiegel, I'm sorry for that, everybody who has been offended by the way I look or who I sound like. But I love who you are.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So let's get into something.
What are we
We're gonna get into my road rage and other people's road rage. Most of all, I just lately, I don't know what it is, but it's like people who drive BMWs just bother the ever-living heck out of me.
Heck.
It's like, I feel like people who own Beamers are like, they're like the top.
Right.
It's like, I have a Beamer. It's like, first of all, you're driving a Beamer. It's not that great of a car.
I mean,
sure, you spend.
I think it is.
I mean, it is. It is. I mean, yes, you did spend a little more money to buy it, but then again, it's not like you're driving a Ferrari. Calm down. Like if you're driving a Ferrari, you could be the the biggest dick you want and when you drive around. I don't mind at all.
Ever.
But it's like you're driving a Beamer. It's like I have a Beamer. I'm gonna drive around. Like it's like coming home from school. Like every day, there's always like that one Beamer who's just swerving through traffic, cutting me off, and I'm like, go home. You're drunk.
Go home. Calm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude.
I'm not a fan.
I think people who have Beamers made it, so they don't really even need to.
They don't need to. That's how they feel at least. They're like, I made it. I own a Beamer now.
Because they can get in accidents and be like, okay, I have more money than God, so let's just fix something else and then we'll be okay.
Yeah, that's just it's hard for me and David who we drive minimum wage cars.
I don't.
You have an Oldsmobile.
Oldsmobile, 1995 Oldsmobile.
Barely got started.
Barely starts and stuff.
I'm proud of my car.
Skipper is the name of my car. Do you have the name of your car?
Julie.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was not
Do you want to hear the story behind that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, one day we were driving into the Devils game with my friend Phil.
Hi, Phil.
And he said, what's your mom's name? Julie, right? And I was like, no, it's Cindy. He goes, oh, well, it's your name is Josh, your dad's name is Jim. So I figured your mom would be another J name. Her name is Julie from now
on.
That's
how it works.
Her name is Julie from now on because everybody needs to be J names. So I was like, okay.
It's true.
And then, it came to me getting that car, and I was like, well, we need a name for it. I was like, it's going to be Julie, because I felt it was right.
Yeah, dude.
So that's my mom's unofficial name. It's named after my car, if you will.
I will.
Okay.
Very
good.
As far as us getting into there's something going on my Instagram is really pissing off.
Yeah. Not working.
Because I have the fuck off thing.
Yeah.
And then I have my own personal account.
Yeah. You can't switch, right?
No. I switched, and for some reason, the MTR thing that I was supposed to post went to my own.
Your thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
And now there's just a picture of a microphone, so it makes me look like a narcissist.
That was a little weird.
And now it says check out, and then the link, and then it says.
Well, it's
right
so
now,
weird.
listen to me, Josh.
It's amazing. Anyway.
Whatever, technology. I mean,
Yeah.
I shouldn't be that upset because the thing has to go to space. And I shouldn't be that upset, but whatever.
It has to go to space. We're talking about a phone.
Like, realistically.
Oh, we have so many problems. There's a comedy act about that.
First world problems.
Yeah, first world problems, man.
Yeah, dude.
But anyway, so Beamers are terrible. Something else.
Beamer, Bentley, Bentley.
Something else that bothers me when I'm driving is
What's that?
it's like every time I drive, I go to my girlfriend's house, and it's like one road to my girlfriend's house. It's just a really long road. The speed limit's like 40 miles per hour. If you get, anyway.
It's a road.
It's a road, if you will.
I will.
Okay. So I'm driving down that road every day.
Okay.
And every day I
Continue the story.
I'm
sorry,
I'm getting distracted by you spinning around in your chair.
Okay.
I know. I'm just trying to think where I'm going with it. Okay. So I drive down that road, and every day somebody decides I can make it. You're coming at me at 40 miles per hour, and there's not much time. I got this.
Okay.
Hold on a second. And I'm gonna make it out. And every time this happens, it bothers me because you can't make it. I'm coming, and I'm gonna have to slam on my brakes just to let you out. There's nobody driving behind me. There's not like a train of cars behind me where okay, I gotta make it. Like just wait for me to go by, then pull out. Everything will be fine.
Right.
No, I can make it. I'm gonna make you slam on your brakes. Bothers me so much.
Can I just give you a thought process of that person in the car?
Sure.
Because they're probably like, alright, he's coming. You know what? I got it. I'm telling you, I got it. And like his girlfriend or his wife is like riding like the next the seat over and like, no, don't do it. I promise you'll be okay. Wait, like I'm doing it. I think I'm gonna do it. And they're like, no, don't do it. And he just juts out. He barely makes it by the skin of his teeth. And you're pissed off.
You know what? I don't even hit the brakes anymore. I just keep
Oh, you
coming
just
at
go
him.
for 'em?
I come at
I
him
do
at
that
full
too
speed.
sometimes. Yeah, dude.
At full speed, and at the last minute, if I know I'm gonna hit him, I'll slam on the brakes.
No, man, if I'm in a situation like that, I speed up just because I want to see, like, because technically it's not my fault because I'm doing my job.
Right, and he's at a stop sign. He should do wait.
You make a left turn into oncoming traffic.
Unbelievable.
I need to go faster. I'm just gonna hit him and be like, oh, it's
I think
manslaughter.
one time somebody, I read the situation. They were sitting there at the light,
Okay.
or not even at the light, the stop sign, and I saw them, and I'm like, and I'm coming at them. And they decided like, I'm not gonna go. He's not gonna make it. And then I saw him like, they're gonna decide that they could make it. Sure enough, right then and there, they start coming. I'm like, I'm not doing this today.
Right.
I keep driving. They come out halfway into my lane, and they stop, and they go, wow, you're right, I can't make it. And now I have to swerve it to the other lane to get around them. So I just laid. I slowed down. At that point, I hit the brake. And I basically stopped right in front of him, did like 2 miles per hour in front of him, just laid into the horn, gave him a look, and then I sped off.
That's what happened today on the way here. Like, I was passing school, and this woman, like, was driving ahead of me, and she was, she, like, started driving. I'm like, okay, this is normal driving protocol. Nice, we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
And then,
Is this what you say when you're driving?
I
Nice,
say,
nice, we're going somewhere.
cool.
Driving protocol.
Like, wow, this is a lot faster than walking. And then,
Yeah.
and then, like, the woman, like, pulls, like, is, like, veering off to the side, and so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get around her like a normal person.
Yeah.
And then she jumps back into traffic, and she gives me one of those arm waves.
Like, oh, thank you.
No, like one of those like, what are you doing? And then I roll my window down, and I said,
somebody pissed David off today.
And then I said to her, I'm like, hey, next time you want to do the hand wave, how about you drive properly, or maybe get your license renewed? And then I drove.
Was this at like a light, or did you do this?
No, this was in traffic.
At 50 miles per hour.
I pulled over in front of the school while she was there. Like I was in the middle, she pulled over, and I said to her, I'm like, hey, why don't you stop being stupid, pretty much. And then she was very upset, and then I drove away. Giggled like a schoolgirl just got ice cream.
Got her!
In a sense, I guess.
Giggled like somebody just threw coffee into their window.
Yeah,
the door was open.
You never had a coffee thrown at you?
No.
By yourself?
No, what happened? No, nothing got thrown at me.
Wait,
I think, like, you ever hear fish tanking?
No.
Okay, well, fish tanking, I'm gonna open your world. You know, like when there's like a big puddle and somebody's standing? This is what you gotta do.
Okay.
You see somebody, like, you know those bus stops that, like, they're all glass and, like, you see there's a bench in them? You gotta find somebody sitting in one of those. And then there's a gigantic puddle in front of them.
Okay.
That is your opportunity to fish tank. You drive next to them, and you send the wave of water. They're not going anywhere. They can't run away from that because they are in the fish tank, and you'll just see them getting plastered with water. That's an awful thing to do. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Because that would ruin your day if it happened to you. But that is the definition of fish tanking.
We don't condone these actions.
My dad was shoveling once, and there was like a whole thing of glop in front of him. Like, he was my dad. You know, he's a snowplower and he snow shovels. So he was, you know, sitting there, and he saw somebody. They crossed 2 lanes, and they nailed him. And my dad was, you know, he was pissed, of course, and he had a metal shovel, so he threw it at their car.
Ooh, nice.
So hopefully that put a, you know, a marking on their car.
Can I just show? I'm on Instagram. Can I just let you know a meme that I just saw?
Okay, go ahead.
It's incredibly inappropriate, and if you're a heavyset person, turn this off. But it's a picture of this heavyset girl, and it says "fresh out the shower" with a kissy face, a raised eyebrow, and like the deuces.
Right, the scissor hands.
And then there's this man with his hand up.
The guy with the hand up.
Your guy, pretty much.
Yeah.
And goes ocean. And I felt really bad because it's just instead of fresh out the shower, fresh out the ocean. Because she's a bad. But
that's awful.
Just gonna let you know that I am not a supporter of fat people. I'm gonna say, I don't care. I don't care. Sorry.
This show just took a turn.
I'm sorry.
Everybody was happy with it, and now we're doing this.
I'm sorry.
Awful.
I'm joking.
I could make jokes, but I'm not. I'm gonna be the good person here of the two.
Be that guy.
No.
We got a little bit under 4 minutes left to go here on Puck Off on MTR Radio and the MTR Radio app and all that goodness. If you guys want to call in one last time for our topics, I'm coughing. I'm like,
give us a call. It's your last chance to give us a call for today's show.
609-9100 MTR,
and we will let you talk on our show.
Wow,
it's a privilege.
Beans. Any shout outs to anybody who's listening today if you haven't already done?
I think we've done that.
I'll do it again.
Shout out to my dad, of course. He was listening in. Of course, shout out to my mom. She's listening at school as she works.
Hello.
Shout out to my girlfriend who probably tuned out already because she has school.
What up, dope?
And shout out to Dennis. Shout out to Joe. All the 229 guys.
229.
we will see you on Tuesday for the game against Tampa Bay.
Dope.
As well as a shout out to me, the Dynamic Trio, Chris and Phil. I know you guys aren't listening in because you always forget.
What's up?
Shout out to you guys if you are listening.
And that's a dynamic trio today because you know your own
Yeah, the dynamic
trios for it.
The dynamic Uno today.
Yeah, right.
I'm running this circus.
I'm excited for this weekend because a buddy of mine is coming home. My best friend Shmoo Bear, Steven Antanasio, is coming home, and he's my buddy. Good guy. I've been friends with him for like 17 years. I'm 20. But like, I wish I was joking.
Okay, hold on then, David. Before you get into it, can you explain something that I saw on your Twitter? You said fries tomorrow.
1 second.
That's just today.
Excuse me?
Yesterday you said like fries tomorrow.
Frizz, bro.
Frizz. Oh, Frisbee.
I'm an avid Frizzy fan. And you didn't even read my description in my feed then, because it says the views and opinions expressed in this account are those of unidentified individuals and do not necessarily represent the views of David Mormino. So, I didn't necessarily type that.
But you did though.
Did I?
Because you're a avid Frisbee person.
Come on.
Listen, either way.
Frisbee I'm a big fan of, but
Was it Ultimate Frisbee you play?
Duh.
Of course.
But yeah, we got about 1 more minute left, so I just want to say shouts to my BBR fam. Everybody want to look us up, we're at BelievableRecruiting.com. Just put up another post a couple days ago. So yeah, if you want to check us out, big hail and go blue. And we got some upcoming shows.
Yeah, next up we have Electric Sauce, I believe it is, coming up, or
No, it's
a Loaded Backfield?
Loaded Backfield.
A Loaded Backfield is up next. Sorry, there's so many shows today.
And then right
after that is On the Road with Rich. I may be joining him, I may not. I don't know. There should be some interesting sports topics with Rich, some wrestling, some MMA he will be getting into. So
Good friend of ours.
Yeah, show Rich some love.
Love
You know, stay tuned for the Loaded Backfield. That should be a good show.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening.
Yes, and also tune in on Wednesday, or
Friday.
Sorry, today's Wednesday. Friday at 11:05 again to hear our Friday show. We will talk about the Devils game that is tomorrow.
And a lot more
So
fun.
watch the Devils game tomorrow. We'll be getting into that on Friday.
Until then.
Until Friday, puck off, everybody.
That last portion did not even.
What
We both said the same thing that we were supposed to say.
Yeah.
Whatever. I think it was pretty dope for the beginning.
It was a good show.
I like the fact that I was playing P. Diddy for a little while when you're doing your shoutouts. I was like, sup.
Sup.
Sup, Miss Tasty, you like to party?